I went from over 100 kilos to just over 80 kg, lost 45 pounds, got lean, got a flat stomach, got my abs showing, and the purpose of this video is to show you exactly how to lose belly fat and get a flat stomach. There is so much misinformation out there. Rewind back around 10 years ago when I started my fitness journey, there wasn't really that much stuff out there, especially if you're someone who came from like a Caribbean background like myself. I had to kind of figure out how to do it myself. But like now, the misinformation crisis that we have is absolutely insane. From people believing that waist trainers are going to do it, or maybe they'll use fat burner pills, or they need to do a carnivore diet, or they need to lose weight by using Ozempic or Mounjaro. In this video, I'm going to be answering the 5 most common questions when it comes to losing belly fat. Question number 1, what do I need to do to lose belly fat? Forget keto, forget low carb diets, none of that's going to help you lose body fat. The key when it comes to losing body fat is going to be calories in versus calories out. And what does that equate to? It creates a calorie deficit. See, there's only a few things we want to focus on while we're inside this calorie deficit. The kind of foods we're actually consuming. We want to be following a diet that focuses on not consuming so much processed foods. I would go for about 20% processed foods, 80% whole foods. If you still want to have your plantains, you still want to have your potatoes, you still can have these things. It's just understanding a calorie deficit is what's needed. And if you're struggling to figure out how many calories you need to be inside of a calorie deficit, I've got videos somewhere here that you can click on and watch the full video because it's going to explain how to find your calories to make sure you're inside of a calorie deficit. Question number 2, what exercises are good for burning belly fat? I have this question so many times from clients. They'll tell me, oh Tev, my stomach's kind of protruding outwards and my stomach doesn't look very nice, I want to tighten it up. So they'll ask me, can we do more ab exercises? Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with training your core muscles, because if you train your core, when you're losing up belly fat, those abs are going to look really good, because that's what I did. I trained my core a lot, so when I lost the belly fat, the abs would pop in. But if you're doing core exercises with the intention of trying to directly spot target your body fat, I'm sorry, it's just not, it just doesn't work like that. A lot of the work is going to come from your diet. It doesn't matter if you do thousands of crunches, it doesn't matter if you do tons of cardio, none of that's what's going to actually be great for your belly fat. What we want to focus on in regards to the best exercise when it comes to losing body fat is trying to target our whole entire body and making sure we're prioritizing compound lifts and just targeting everything and progressively trying to get stronger. This leads us into question number 3. What foods burn belly fat? See, I'm sorry if you believe there's any foods that are in particular the greatest for burning belly fat. There really isn't a particular food, because if you're not in a calorie deficit, you just aren't going to lose the belly fat like how you want. You want to be focusing on eating a diet that's going to include foods you actually enjoy on a regular basis. Because if you don't enjoy the foods you're eating on a regular basis, you're not going to stick to the calorie deficit long enough, and you're not going to get those abs showing. When it comes to getting abs, you need to keep dieting and keep going until the stomach gets nice and flat. If you want me to build you a nutritional approach that fits the foods that you enjoy eating, just click the link in the description box and we can connect, and I will create something for you that's suitable to your particular lifestyle. The next question is, how long will it take to lose body fat? See, this question is a funny one because I get asked this a lot, and a lot of people will obsess with the number that they've seen on the scale. So much so that if they step on the scale and they don't see any weight loss, they'll freak out. And as a result of freaking out, they end up overindulging or getting lazy or losing motivation because they feel like what they're doing isn't working. If you're not accurately tracking your progress via taking weekly weigh-ins, using progress pictures, taking body measurements, you're not going to know if what you're doing is actually working. And in reality, it could be working, but because you're not taking any of those measurements, you're not going to see. Everyone's going to lose body fat at very different rates. So you shouldn't compare yourself to the next person who's on their journey, because unfortunately someone else's body might respond ASAP, but your body may just take a little bit longer. If I was you and I was in a weight loss journey right now, I would just allow myself plenty of time, trying to lose at least about 1 to 2 pounds per week. So for example, if you have 20 pounds that you want to lose, I would recommend giving yourself at least 20 weeks. So even if you slip up and if you lose more, it's a bonus. At least this way you're not going to feel disheartened if you get to week 12 and you haven't lost those 20 pounds. Do you need supplements on your transformation journey? The answer to this question is simply no. You do not need supplements to be able to make a transformation. As in the name, there's supplements to miss where your diet hasn't got enough of. For example, let's say you're not getting enough protein. Using something like a protein powder is really great to build up your protein target. And there's other nutrients you could be deficient in, help you not be deficient in some of those areas. That's when supplements are really great. But don't put all your money into supplements when in reality you haven't fixed any of the other things we've mentioned. You just aren't going to see the results you want. So if the video's been useful and you want some more help in your journey, check out the link in the description box where you can book a call with me. We can have a little conversation about your goals, and if we're a great fit, we can work together. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and check out this next video here because this is really going to help you on your journey.